Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including Fox News being sued by Newsmax, two big conservative news organizations duking it out. We'll tell you what's happening here and how this impacts your TV viewing. Also, the largest piracy streaming service, a big, massive piracy operation, has been shut down across the world after a massive raid. Also, Walmart is giving free Paramount Plus and Peacock. There's a catch. It's been confirmed. We talked about this earlier, but we got more details. All these stories and a lot more. There's a whole bunch coming. C-SPAN coming to YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live, and more. We'll break it down in a second. Check out the show notes, though, down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can find them and read them for yourself. If you like what we do here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up, doing one or both. Lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. With that said, let's dive into it. All right, Newsmax is suing Fox News over abuse of its dominance. Newsmax is arguing that Fox News is monopolizing their dominance in conservative news media at the detriment of Fox or Newsmax with that. The lawsuit filed on Wednesday in the U.S. District Court of Southern Florida claims that the Fox has abused its dominant position to suppress rivals, particularly Newsmax, resulting in significant harm to competition, consumers, and Newsmax business partners, protectorates, whatever. This will be very interesting. This is kind of one of those cases that you go, It's going to kind of come down to what's in the emails, what is found on discovery. Newsmax obviously believes that they have enough of a case here to bring a lawsuit. It'll be interesting because if they don't, Fox could countersue for damages and other things. I'm interested to see what Florida law is regarding those kinds of lawsuits. It could be they picked Florida to try to offset any potential damages if they lose the case. Is this a fishing expedition? They may know something. We'll wait and see. Now, there are many cases of big news organizations doing this. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Fox News facing another lawsuit here with this. And this one, I don't know. This could be interesting how it plays out. It's an unexpected lawsuit, which has got a lot of people buzzing. It could give us an insight into Fox News. A lot of these organizations try to strike exclusivity deals to get first looks and interesting news. We'll see how it plays out. But Fox News and Newsmax fighting it out. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know. All right, one of the largest piracy organizations in the world, Stream East, has been shut down. Egyptian authorities raided their headquarters, arrested several men, and shut down the networks. This comes as the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, ACE, which has got tons of partners, including Roku and Dish, I think Amazon and Disney and all these people, basically fund this organization that does nothing but try to shut down piracy organizations. We've seen over the years them be very successful at doing this in the United States, and in recent years getting more successful internationally. This would probably be one of, if not their largest ever takedown. This organization was massive, offering free streams of movies and television shows, but primarily sports is what they go after, and this one is a big sports service out there. Now with this, they are arguing that this service, FIFA, huge internationally, but also U.S. sports like NFL, NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball, MMA, and more, were all being streamed for free here with it. Now, it's not just the website. A lot of these streams were feeding a lot of those piracy boxes on the market with it. And with this, the ACE is successfully shut down. Others will probably pop up, but it's a game of whack-a-mole. This was one of the big ones, though, that was very well organized and long thought to be untouchable. Well, apparently, Egypt, however, ACE made it work, but they got Egypt to agree to shut this down. Look for the continued crackdown on piracy to become bigger and bigger. Billions of dollars are probably being spent on this right now. These studios, these companies are losing money, and they see piracy as one of the main reasons behind it, and they're spending big to shut it down. Next up, excuse me, my fall allergies are horrible. But Walmart, we talked about this earlier this week, that Peacock is now free with Walmart Plus, or will be later this month. Now this popped up as Walmart apparently accidentally published it early. Many readers sent us screenshots of being offered Peacock, but weren't able to actually add it. Well, now Walmart has come out and said, oh yes, on September 15th this will go live, which probably tells me this press release was rushed out because usually they don't announce these until they are live. But you'll be able to select between Peacock and Paramount Plus for free. Now, every 90 days you'll be able to switch it. So if you pick Peacock now for 90 days, you can binge watch Peacock and then flip over to Paramount Plus and be able to get it for free with your Walmart Plus subscription. Now, with Paramount Plus at least, I think Peacock may be also, for a small additional fee, you can upgrade to the ad-free experience, much cheaper than buying it direct yourself. Not a bad way if you're a Walmart Plus subscriber. More streaming options coming to you right now, so check it out. Link in the show notes. But Walmart offering free Peacock and Paramount Plus now, but only one can be used at a time, and you can switch back and forth every 90 days. All right, YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV are adding C-SPAN. Finally, C-SPAN is becoming a little bit more cord-cutting friendly. For a long time, DirecTV was one of the few ways to watch them, but now C-SPAN and C-SPAN 2 and C-SPAN 3 will both be available this fall on Hulu Plus Live and YouTube TV. No exact date when it was announced. They say more details coming soon, but it is coming out, and it's great news. I'm very excited about this. A lot of people say, oh, whatever. But this is one of those channels that for a long time really fought against the cord-cutting trend, did not want to make their stuff available, but now is. Paramount has also announced a deal to bring Call of Duty to the big screen. The widely popular first-person shooter video game is getting a major movie with it. The same studio behind Top Gun, Maverick, has signed a deal with Activision to develop, produce, and distribute a live-action feature film based on the massively popular online first-person shooter. Now, Call of Duty has been long recognized for some very good storytelling in its first-person solo missions. Let's be honest, the multiplayer is what most people play, and it would surprise me to find out a lot of people never even play the single-player version of it. But Call of Duty is coming to the big screen thanks to Paramount. Next up, Dish is facing a complaint against them. The BBB, Better Business Bureau's advertising division, which is technically separate from the BBB that you recognize, has received a complaint about Dish's claim to be cheaper. Now, they've recommended that they've stopped this. The complaint actually originated from DirecTV. DirecTV argued that Dish's claim that they're cheaper is wrong, and the BBB agreed and has said that Dish should stop using it. Now, this is a voluntary board. It doesn't actually hold any weight, but it is kind of one of those interesting little fights. It's kind of, for a while, Dish and DirecTV kind of backed off each other when they're trying to get a merger done, and now they seem to be back at it at each other, using places like this National Advertising Association of the Better Business Bureau to fight out their claims in marketing. All right, if you're looking for a deal, I talked earlier this week about the Google TV Streamer 4K on sale. Well, it's even cheaper now, $79.99. That's $1 away from its cheapest price ever. Has the Google TV Streamer on sale. This is one of the better 4K streamers with Google TV, if not the best. Very close to the Google, some of the ones from Walmart's On out there. Very interesting. You know, they have a sale and then they drop it again without going back to full price. Are they clearing out stock? I don't think so. I don't think they're coming out with a new one. This is a fairly new streaming player. But if you're looking for a streaming player with Google TV, $79.99. It's one of the cheapest prices this has been at. But you can also go get the Walmart On boxes. There's some very good ones there, $50 and cheaper too. If you are an AT&T customer, you could be eligible for up to $7,500 in a settlement claim here from AT&T with this. Oop, I accidentally hit a button there. And with this, let's be honest, you're probably not getting $7,500. You're just not going to get that much money, but you probably will get some money. Now, this comes from a lawsuit here over several data breaches. Now, a few things here. To claim it, you must have received an email. I got the exact email address. You can search your email box. If you're an AT&T customer, use your AT&T email or account, whatever email you've signed up for with your account there, to search for that. You'll have a claim number in there. We have all kinds of details on how to claim that. Again, the likelihood of getting the full $7,000 is probably not happening. Usually the lawyers get a good chunk of that. But it's not a bad way. Check out link in the show notes if you're an AT&T customer. You may be owed money. Speaking of Dish, Dish has laid off 500 more employees. They've been on a cutting spree. Now, this is related to its deal that was announced about a week ago to sell most of its 5G spectrum to AT&T. Now, Dish had this plan to become a wireless company, to become the fourth major provider of wireless service. They're already the fourth largest cell phone provider behind AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. But they currently are using those providers' networks to resell it. Dish was building their own network. Now, as money became a trouble, as they struggled to get enough finances to actually complete that build out, and they had other legal problems, Dish has sold most of their spectrum to AT&T for $23 billion pending closing. And basically, they'll stop developing their own network, and AT&T has agreed to let Boost Mobile run on the AT&T network with this. With that, though, they decided to lay off 500 employees. It sounds like mostly in the Boost Mobile 5G, Dish Wireless, whatever you want to call them, development. The people who are out there building this carrier that would have had its own 5G network. Now, with them selling the spectrum, kind of means that they don't need those people because they don't own the spectrum they were working on anymore. We'll be interested to see how this happens. There is a lot of speculation that with this, now that Dish could possibly pay off the creditors, a Dish-DirecTV merger could be back on the table. Speculation for now. We still have to get this closed, and AT&T needs to get approval from the FCC, etc. It's going to be a while before we can talk about that. All right. YouTube is cracking down on premium family plan sharing. Now, YouTube TV has been doing this for a while. If you have a YouTube TV account, you're only supposed to share it with people who live with you. If you share it with people outside their home and they detect it, they'll eventually kick you off. Now, YouTube Premium has started to do the same. Many people who shared YouTube Premium with people who no longer live with them are finding messages saying, hey, you're in violation of the terms. This person's using it primarily outside the home. And because of that, they're cracking down on it. This joins a growing trend, I should say, of streaming services who are cracking down on people streaming outside the home and sharing their accounts with people who do not live with them. This comes as YouTube is trying to get more and more people to sign up for YouTube Premium, which is well known for ad-free streaming, but there's other benefits like offline downloads, listening to YouTube without actually having your screen on your phone, and other benefits. I use it, love it, great option, but you're not allowed to share that with people who don't actually live with you. All right, next up, Google does not have to sell Chrome. Now, Google had lost an antitrust case that said they were acting as a monopoly. The federal government brought this and wanted to break up Google. One of the things they wanted was Chrome to be sold to web browser and Google TV and Android TV to be spun off along with Android. The judge has basically come down and said, yeah, we're really not going to do any of that, but we are going to put some limitations on exclusivity deals you can create. But Google will not be forced to sell Chrome or Android, which includes Google TV, off. So if you're a Chrome user, I know a lot of people love how it integrates into the Google account. For now, you have no worry. Google does not need to sell that. The court has ruled they will not force Google to sell off its divisions, as many had hoped. All right, if you're a fan of Twitch, you may have noticed viewership is down significantly on Twitch. As much as peak viewers, well, apparently I've lost wireless signal there. Peak viewers are down as much as 73% in August, according to reports out there. And with this, though, comes as Twitch has been cracking down on bots with this. A lot of bot creators out there have been botting out on YouTube and on Twitch and other places. Twitch has been cracking down on it to try to deal with bad advertisers and claims that those viewer numbers aren't real. And with that, over 70% of Twitch's viewers have vanished overnight. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Very interesting to see. Makes you wonder about other streaming services. How real is everything you see online? Could be not as real as you think. And lastly, with this all, if you're new here, don't forget, that's the last story. If you don't forget to check out the show notes and in the first pinned comment, there's a link to sign up for our free, in the show notes, our free daily newsletter. All these stories I talk about, if you listen to me in the car, you listen to me on the road, maybe you can't look at it, can't open up the browser as you do it, but you want to, hey, you heard about maybe that AT&T claim where you get some money, you want to go see if you're eligible. I send a free email newsletter every morning that has all these stories and more in it, including things we don't talk about. A lot of things that Court Cars News never make it into this video because there's just so much. You may want to consider signing up for the free newsletter. That way it's in your email every morning for you to read. You can find a link to sign up in the show notes down below. Check it out. It's a free daily newsletter with all these stories. Well, until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon.